Look, you can be great at your job or passion projects, but if you don't make time for the people around you, you got nothing. You have to remember that you can be a role modelo. That's why for today's episode, we're drinking Modelo Especial.
Stop. This is bad.
What?
This is bad podcasting. We talked about
What's bad?
we're not doing pun stuff. We're not doing the
Role
like
Modelo?
oh my god, we're not pun humor is like the lowest form of like
Dan,
bottom
look, this is my podcast. The
your
drink choice is mine.
oh my
The
god.
monologue's mine. I've had podcast hosts before you. I'll have podcast hosts after you.
This I all of the podcast is
Dan,
my
Dan, Dan, Dan,
oh
Dan,
my
Dan,
god.
Dan, 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 Dan. It's from the movie.
Oh,
We're doing Chef.
oh, this is a bit.
Start the show.
It was a bit. Everyone, calm down. I know you're probably all as or more upset than I am, but that's okay. Come on in, sit down, and have a drink while we talk at you about Chef. Written, directed, and starring Jon Favreau, Carl Casper is a former hotshot chef that is burned out. Struggling with the creative rut as a chef and his connection with his son as a father, Carl is forced to confront both after he melts down in front of the entire internet as a result of a bad review. With no real options, he takes his new food truck across the country with his best friend Martin, played by John Leguizamo, on a journey to find his creative spark and a newfound relationship with his son. With an onslaught of terrific cameos from Dustin Hoffman, Robert Downey Jr., Sofia Vergara, and more, Chef is a top 3 feel-good movie of all time and a top 1 movie in Matt's heart. So,
Damn right.
all-time best from
Well said.
Matt's perspective. Has it always been that way? Have you? Hold on, let me crack into this. Crack one, yeah.
That was less satisfying audio from an audio perspective than you think.
Very satisfying in person. That's a good beer. Has it always been number 1 in your heart? What were your first impressions
Of this movie? This is one of those movies that was always in my mind. This never came out in the movie theater. This has always existed on a streaming service or on demand of some kind. Like, this is just one of those movies that is just, I know it only came out in 2014, which puts me, I don't know, like 23, 24 when it came out. But in my mind, this movie has always existed.
I was 30 when this movie came out.
Damn. Damn.
Tough break for you, boy.
Yeah. I was full of youth and vigor when this came out, and so
did it come out in movies, or I thought it did go straight to Netflix? No, I don't remember.
No, this was a movie. It actually did pretty incredible.
Oh, nice. Okay, I just saw there's a companion show on Netflix. Did you see that, the Chef Show, with him and Roy Choi?
Look, man. Yeah, any chef centric content, and I'm not talking just about the movie. I'm talking about content around chefs themselves. I'm gonna eat it up.
Where?
You get it. But I love anything involving any content involving chefs. So like The Bear, Burnt, that show Chef's Table that was out. The Chef Companion show where they taught you to make stuff. The Food Network, like anything where a chef can talk to you, I will watch that thing. And this is just the pinnacle of that.
Did you ever watch Barbecue Showdown?
No. It's the one form of cooking I don't respect.
What, barbecuing?
Yeah.
This is Texas, bro. Come on, don't be a dick.
Yeah, so I know. So everybody I know can barbecue.
That is a point. That is like one of the beats in the movie is they go to Austin to watch the low and slow brisket. I can low and slow with the best of them.
And you?
I can't. I made one brisket one time. I've made 3 briskets my whole life, and 2 of them were fine. One of them was perfect. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Everyone, go to my Instagram. You'll see a pic of it there. It's got at least 13 likes. It's
don't go to his Instagram. There's only 13 likes on there. It's gross.
There should be thousands because it's a beautiful piece of meat.
Stop saying beautiful piece of meat over and over.
It's just I'm so used to hearing it all the time in my life that it's part of like integral to my vocabulary.
Beautiful piece of meat.
Yeah, people say that about me all the time.
Oh, congratulations on all your success. This movie made $50 million worldwide,
On
five
a
zero, on an $11 million budget.
killing it, bro.
Yeah. So it was like a movie in theaters.
And they got two seasons of their chef show
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I will watch any chef content. I think there are very few professions in the world that I will let you wax poetic about and not roll my eyes,
Yeah,
right? And where it can be like, it can be your whole personality, and that's fine with me because I get it,
yeah,
right? Like this is one of those non-embarrassing passions
right.
that people have, I think, is to be a chef. They're
And
very inspiring. They all work super hard. They're all crazy passionate about what they do. I will watch them talk about it every time.
Anthony Bourdain is like top five people who ever lived. So that's just kind of one of those things that
Yeah.
universally, if you're even Gordon Ramsay spent a lot of time being a fucking dick, but when he starts talking about cooking, he's very likable because you could tell he knows what he's talking about. And
Yeah.
definitely, it's one of those things. You know what it is? It's like the most accessible form of art.
Yeah.
If a chef makes even a basic meal and like puts any effort into it at all, it's going to be way better than like most other shit you've eaten in your entire life. And if somebody is like about it, you immediately know that person fucking sucks. You're
Yeah.
like, this guy is the worst and I don't want to be around him anymore. Easy
Yeah.
litmus
You can't
test.
say stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can't even think stuff like that.
Don't think it. Don't think it. Definitely
Don't
don't
think
say
it's
it.
bad.
I probably only cook in my family in some capacity, like maybe once a week, if that, like every once in a while.
Yeah.
But if my wife or my daughter have any notes for me on it, it's like a struggle internally for me to be like, because usually I know what I screwed up, like, oh, I overcooked this, or oh, I lost track of whatever. I kind of charred this a little bit, so I'll like kind of push it to the side. But when I think I did
Mhm.
a really good job and someone's like meh about it, I'm livid. And I'm not a chef at all. So I can't imagine being a master of my craft and then hearing somebody shit on my effort like that.
Yeah. I've cooked probably total in my life 20 meals
What meals?
ever.
what
Um,
what's your like I gotta cook something, what's your one? Do you have one you have down
shit,
pack?
dude. I don't. I'll flip a chicken back and forth, like a chicken breast back and forth on a pan or whatever. Uh, I can throw a Totino's in the oven with the best of them for sure.
Is that part of your
But
20?
yeah,
Putting a rack of pizza rolls in the
I
oven?
was I was counting it because I used the oven, but I don't cook a lot. I did from this movie multiple times try and cook the pasta dish he makes for Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, really? Did it come out?
Yeah, and I followed it like exactly, and like it looked like it looked good.
Didn't taste good.
But well, there's not much to that dish
Yeah.
at all. Like I don't know if you've ever like looked into it, but like flavor wise, it's pasta and salt
Yeah.
and some green stuff, Like there's not a lot going on flavor wise, but it was good. It came out okay. That was one of the things I've made ever.
Quality ingredients, I think, even for like a simple dish, can really also make the difference. And I do think that like me or you or normal Joe Blow probably doesn't have access to the same level of quality of ingredient because we don't know what the fuck we're doing
I mean,
picking stuff. Like showing him at the farmer's market, kind of like, you know what I mean? Like not only knowing what to look for, but like which specific pieces to look for and why is like, I feel that's one of those things that I also don't. I can feel for a kind of soft avocado.
I'm so good at picking avocados.
Are you? You have a natural
I was gonna
instinct.
say you're really speaking for us a lot, and I don't think it applies to me. Like I'm super good at picking produce.
You've cooked 20 times in your life. There's no way you're a master at this.
Correct, but like as far as getting ingredients for other people to cook, I'm like a talent scout and a good one.
Stop. Stop it. Let's
So
move
as
on.
far as like what I'm looking at a farmer's market, like I don't know, man. Ain't no Joe Blows on this side. I
Bro,
know that.
let's move along, bro. You trying to flex on picking apples, bro.
I said avocados, but apples with the best of them too. You name a piece of
You
produce, I could
see?
pick it.
You see? Unbelievable.
Fine, we can move on to what works.
I think a lot works in this movie.
I want to start with farmers markets.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best things about this movie is just the borderline pornographic shots of food
Yeah.
that are happening over and over again in this movie. And it's like every single time they show food, they take such great care of making sure they get this angle that would make you want to eat this food. Like a piece of like yuca.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't care about yuca, but those sure did look like some good pieces,
Look
you
good,
know?
bro.
Yeah, outside of me, I don't know a lot of people who would be able to identify that, like if they weren't taking such great care with the shot in the movie.
Did
You
y'all
know
did y'all catch that outside of me?
what
Matt wouldn't know a yucca plant if it stabbed him through the hand, but he would know it'd be a good piece of food.
You could shut the fuck up. I know that.
Puns. Here we go with puns again. I'm sick of it. I'm done having this combo. Yeah,
But
it's
that,
all it does frame it all in man, like I don't want to say sexual, but like very tantalizing, very like sensual like approach to showing the food. The
you went sensual instead of sexual.
even the pre even the preparation processes, like
Yeah,
very low angle shots, very like close up to show you that he knows, to some extent what he's doing and that he's handling this stuff with precision and care. Yeah,
because you
awesome.
have to buy in that Carl is good at his job. Otherwise, like this whole movie doesn't really work, right?
Right.
And that's kind of all chef movies or shows is like, I hate this guy,
Yeah.
but damn, he can boil an egg. You know what I mean? Like that's always
Yeah.
kind of the vibe about chef shows. Like, oh, this guy's deplorable, but he can cook his ass off. Like
Yeah.
you have to think that about them, and I think they make it authentic. Like you mentioned Roy Choi earlier,
Yeah.
and he is the cooking consultant they brought in. He was like an early pioneer of the food truck scene back in the day, and he read the script, and it was so close to his experience and his life that he wanted to come on as a consultant. He was present through the entire shooting of the movie.
Yeah.
He was there to make sure everything was as authentic as possible and that Jon Favreau knew his way around the kitchen and could cook the things that he was cooking in the film. So those shots of him handling stuff, that's really Jon Favreau handling that stuff, which is why it seems so authentic.
Yeah. I think it also kind of speaks to the heart, like that the movie kind of brings. That John obviously cared enough about the movie to like dive into the character and the culture and to learn about the culture and to really learn.
Hmm.
And it seems like him and Roy Choi are also pretty close, or at least
Yeah, now
very
for
very
sure.
friendly after this process because they have an excellent chemistry. Just seeing them talk to each other and stuff like that, the snippets I saw, it seems like they have a really good relationship that I'm sure it's like two people who are really good at what they do that also really love what they do, like kind of learning from each other and bouncing off each other and producing something better together than probably any one of them could have produced on their own.
Yeah.
uh, do you think maybe John Favreau just wanted to learn how to cook from an excellent chef and was like, hey, I'm making this movie about being a chef.
Yeah.
Can you come teach me how to be?
Yeah, the way Adam Sandler's movies are about him and his bros on vacation.
Yeah.
sort of like that.
Perks, baby,
Um, I
perks.
I would like to think that's the case, but this is very clearly him responding to being in the Disney machine for so long
Yeah,
in his early directing days. Just a critique on having creative control versus being made to do what the owner of this property wants you to do, right? Which I'm sure has a lot to do with how this movie was written, right? Because he does Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2,
right.
and then fresh off of that comes out with this movie, which is about a guy being told what to do and is in a creative rut and wants to own his ability to tell his story, right? I think that
Yeah,
obviously informs a lot of what goes on in this movie. Disney, I guess, being Dustin Hoffman, which
inspired
is
choice.
another really, really what works in this movie is the cameos in general, but Dustin Hoffman comes out and is like, "Hey, guess what? I'm gonna tear this scene up for like two 2 minutes."
He does. He does. Dustin Hoffman does quiet confidence and like that. You know, the stammering. Like I'm gonna kind of like I know. Obviously, I know what I'm doing and what I'm saying, but I'm gonna like fuck with you about it a little bit and kind of like prod around the subject. And he does that rich guy shit really, really well, where he's like,
Yeah,
he's gonna get his way. He's like he could just pull the plug on this shit. Obviously, whatever personality flaw makes people get rich is the same thing that makes them throw their weight around whenever they like want something to go their way and have no problem telling an artist get the fuck over yourself
yeah,
when they shouldn't. They have no like there's no part of what you're doing has any kind of bearing on what telling an actual artist should do with their fucking art.
yeah.
You know, that would be like a gallery owner telling going up to like a painter and being like, "No, I don't think you should paint this. This is what I think sells. Paint this shit that I'm going to sell." Right? It's exactly the same shit.
We have like real world actual examples of this in sports franchise ownership,
Oh,
right?
yes. Yeah.
Guys who are successful as hell in whatever cybersecurity or whatever you
Right.
did to get rich, right? And now you have billions of dollars, you bought this team, and you think that success translates into knowledge of basketball or football,
Right.
and you can just scale that rather than letting those people do what they know how to do and what they're experts in. You are now an expert in everything because you were successful at one thing, right? And that's kind of Dustin Hoffman here, right? We're not based on how he's talking about food, I don't think we're made to believe that that was his background.
No, not at
He's a
all.
restaurant owner, right? That you put guts on the menu, that artsy shit, right? Like he's not
Yeah.
real up on the food scene.
Also, where does he get the ass to run down sweetbreads, dude? They're good. Like I love fucking sweetbreads. I also thought it was gross after I ate it and thought it was delicious, and then my uncle was like, "You know what that is?" And I was like, "What?" Tripas, the same
You
shit, dude. Tripas always smell so good, and
yeah,
and
I can't do it.
can't get past what it is to eat it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't do it. But the other side of this is that Riva, Dustin Hoffman's character, also is right. It is his restaurant. It is his money. That is his food. Like this whole thing is
I had a note, like I have a note in my notes about the movie that like Dustin Hoffman isn't saying anything factually incorrect. He 100% could pull the plug on any of this shit. It is his call.
yeah,
He's paying
yeah.
everyone's salary if he wants to come in and say that. I wouldn't fucking work for that dude either. Like, you know, like fuck you. But also very
Yeah.
often you know what it's like to be a team manager and you know your team is doing what the fuck they want to do and you're like, "Hey, I got to tell y'all to do what y'all got to do." Like,
Mhm.
I understand what you want to do. I'm here to tell you what you have to do or not work here
Right.
no more. And
Yeah.
even though everything you're saying is technically true and accurate, doesn't make you not feel like a piece of shit for saying it. He's lacking
Mhm.
that feeling like a piece of shit for saying it. He just thinks he's right.
He's so good at being a salesman from a position of power,
Yeah.
which is like rich guy 101. Like if you're around people who are doing really well, they are so good at that, each and every one of them. And at the end, it always ends with the same thing. It's This is your decision to make,
Yeah.
right? But it came with this tether of all this other stuff that I
Yeah.
low key threatened you with,
Yeah.
and now I trust you to make the right choice because I basically told you what that choice is.
Are you going to do the right thing, or am I going to fire you? Which one of these things is going to happen? Yeah. You
Yeah,
know what? It's funny because you get that even in bad salesmen, but they're just there's no stakes attached to it, but it is still the same. I don't. Have you ever had the hard sell from a solar guy who like doesn't want to leave your doorway, because you made the mistake of opening your
yeah,
door? I'm at a point now where I just kind of close the door on them because I'm like, there's no stakes here. Like I have nothing. I know I'm not buying what you're selling. I don't care how upset or pissed off that makes you. I'm just done with this conversation. I feel like I'm wasting both our time now, so I just close the door. Vanessa feels very much that you owe them the courtesy to hear out their sales pitch. And to me, I'm more like, hey, I'm not gonna listen to this guy spend 10 minutes explaining to me why I should purchase this thing that I already know I'm not gonna purchase.
a good one. We'll get it across in 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. A good one will close the sale at the beginning of the conversation. He's already figured out that you kind of maybe are open to the idea, and now they're gonna like
Well,
close
you
it.
opened the door.
Yeah, that's it.
You saw my vest. You opened the door. So let's have a
Yeah.
conversation. I've done the door to door thing. So I will, like, if I open the door, I will hear what they have to say.
I've done the door to door thing, but I was bad at it, so I don't have any respect for them.
I know how hard it is to like cold knock
It
someone's door while
sucks.
they like roll their eyes at you. It's the worst.
I sold knives, Cutco. It's the worst, dude.
Oh man,
You have an old
that
shoe I
is the
can
worst.
cut? I'll cut a penny. I was bad at it. I was, hey, you want to buy a knife? These got these knives. You could try them if you want to. Can I come in? And they're like, no, don't knock on my door. And I'm like, all right, thank you. Walk away.
No rebuttal at all. That's kind of what Carl did.
Yeah. He bought into that Rolling Stones satisfaction argument
It's
so
just it's a
quickly.
good line. It's such a good line because one, he's made you the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
You're on the same side of the table.
That's like saying the studio made the Rolling
You
Stones,
don't
you
think that
know?
deeply. You're like, I'm the Stones, right? So now you're on the same side. He thinks I'm the Rolling Stones of cooking.
Oh my god.
Maybe this menu is my satisfaction. I should play the hits. It's so good. It's so good.
He had him. He locked him down, and it's because it's like you say, he's a good. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing it probably his whole life. He executes it flawlessly, and look what happened though as a result. Fucking
I mean, he lost Carl. I have the question about like what happens when Carl leaves.
yeah,
And I think the answer is that the restaurant still does pretty well.
yeah. It's probably fine.
There's people who probably don't know he split and want to go to this viral moment restaurant to see what the
What the buzz is.
molten lava cake was all about. And they're cooking the same shit over and over again every day, and it's probably still doing really, really well. So I think his biggest crime, Reva's biggest crime, is just being out of touch with the culinary scene.
Yeah,
But his like business acumen and his instincts there were probably
we're
pretty dead on.
we're correct. Yeah, yeah. That's true. I mean, at least in terms of a protecting your investment perspective, like probably, you know what I mean? Like it's a restaurant, so it's not like he's only gonna cook all this avant-garde shit just for the critic. Like everybody's gonna have to like eat that night, which means
Yeah.
maybe you are gonna scare away the bread and butter crowd that is there every night, every week or whatever. So from a protecting your investment perspective, sure. I'm not like a
He
billionaire
just
bootlicker, so I'm like fuck Dustin Hoffman in this movie, but
he's just like he's not a billionaire first of all. He's like
millionaire
he's like
bootlicker then.
don't alienate your fan base is what he's
Yeah.
saying. And I think that's pretty sound advice 90% of the time.
No, focus on the art. Be the best artist you could be. Take risks. Fucking
That
Dustin
being said,
Hoffman.
and I would be so terrible in that conversation. I would be so bad at taking that advice.
Yeah, because fuck you for telling me what to cook. Who tell me something, tell me something. Okay. There's a right answer, there's a wrong answer here. Which one of us is the fucking chef? And that's whatever the answer to that question is, get the fuck out of my kitchen. That's how that conversation goes. Do I or do I not have freedom to cook whatever the fuck I want? And if I do cook whatever I want, are you gonna fire me for it? Okay, fuck you, fire me.
Well, he said at the end, you can cook what you want. He says that.
Yeah,
And Carl's kind of chicken shit
yeah.
about it.
He is chicken shit kind of about a lot of stuff in this movie, especially with the
Mm.
relationship with his son. His approach to that whole situation is very. It's I guess it's ultimately it's good because you see the growth happen, you know. And we'll kind of get into this more, or at least I'll dive into this more in the what doesn't work aspect of it. But
Mhm.
you do spend a lot of this movie watching Carl fail at whatever, mishandling, not making no effort to understand like how all of Twitter fucking works or like how interactions work on Twitter.
Nah, I'm gonna stop here. I think this movie does a good job at like creating a scene, like a social scene, in which these 40 something chefs are out of touch with like technology,
This
right?
was 2014 too, so this is like Twitter heyday, right? Like,
It's like taking off,
yeah,
right? 2010 is like, what the hell is that? Is it for celebrities?
right,
Like, I don't get it. Is it like texting? That's like 2010,
right.
right? By 2014, there are people who have like a massive, great handle of it, but there's also like a big portion of the world who's just on Facebook.
Donald Trump did this exact same thing, like what he did with Pam Bondi.
What?
He
Oh yeah,
publicly tweeted at her what he meant to send her directly. This is fucking 2025, bro.
2025 is too late for that. That's too late.
That's wild,
If
dude.
it were a movie, we'd be like, it's not believable. It's been around too long. Maybe. You know.
We would have bought it because it's fucking Donald Trump and he's an idiot. Doesn't know.
But in
He don't know
2014, I
shit about
think
fuck.
I think it's believable in 2014 for there to be a scene of people who don't get it. And I think this movie does good at that.
Yeah, what I'm saying is we see him repeatedly do the wrong thing. Like when there's a right choice and a wrong choice, he chooses the wrong choice. And we're only getting that from the benefit of the third person perspective and knowing the direction that the movie's going. It's very easy to see why he did these things from the first person perspective. I've done that
Hmm.
a million fucking times where I have the right choice in front of me, but I let my ego tell me to do the wrong thing anyway. And a lot of times it is driven from a place of fear. Like he had the choice to choose the menu, to create the menu he wanted. He knew what he wanted to do, and he chose the safer
Hmm.
choice because you scared. It's scary to make a choice like that. It's scary to be presented with the fact that you made the choice. He was doing what he thought he knew he had to do, and then in comes Dustin Hoffman and be like, "You don't have to do the cool thing. You can do the safe thing." And he didn't. And you can tell it never once popped into his head to be like, "Oh shit, maybe I should just do what I'm good at or what I'm well practiced at." But that has almost never
Hmm.
worked for anybody in a situation like that. You should take the risk. You should push yourself to try new things or to, to get outside your comfort zone. You and I know like just from my personal experience, I always choose a safe choice. And I always regret it afterwards, I always feel like a jackass for not doing the thing I wanted to do because I was too scared of. So they're all relatable choices. And I think that's what makes this movie one of the things that works really well about this movie, especially, is that it's an extremely relatable subject matter, even if you're not familiar with cooking or the dynamics of like the owner, artist, production staff, talent relationship. It's still relatable to be faced with a risk versus safety,
Hmm.
obscurity versus stability. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just it's a good story that's relatable on a lot of levels.
Yeah, I agree. Same note, Carl Casper, not a leader.
No,
Not a leader, Carl Casper. I
no.
don't I don't think he's very good at that at all in this movie.
That's kind of like that's like an integral thing to being a chef though, right? Is that you're kind of there's some aspect of being a good chef is like knowing when to make those like leadership calls, I would think.
I mean, I've heard, but this movie is also very different from any other like chef adjacent content that's out there in that it doesn't depict a kitchen or a staff to be
Right.
toxic and overbearing and pressure inducing and
Right.
that sort of environment. This is the only one I can think of that does not do that,
Right.
where
It's
it's a
fairly
bunch of
positive.
bros hanging. But that makes me feel like at the time that we meet Carl, he's not very good at it anymore.
Well, yeah, he is in a rut, right?
I don't think we're seeing a guy on top of his game, right? Like in the main scene, he like John was almost pulling bacon out. He's like, "Whose is this? I gotta watch this now too." Right?
Yeah.
And it's just like I feel like if you're running a really good kitchen, you're probably not having to do that stuff. I think his hungover, I slept here last night chef is that way because he knows he can be that way.
His sous chef, yeah, yeah. This is supposed to be like your second in command, knows what the fuck's going on, guy, and he's obviously not bringing his A game every day.
And I think like the fact that he stayed behind, right? Like,
Yeah.
let's get out of here. He stays behind. He's staying behind because he thinks he can do the things that you do because you're not doing it at a super high level. Like
Yeah.
things are not going good here.
Right.
And I think that's all sort of baked in.
Yeah, and he prepares that entire menu alone. No, like, there's no kitchen aspect of it. By the time they come in, he's like, hey, this is all the stuff we're doing tonight. Here, check this out. I made this, I made this, I made this, I made this. This is what we're going to do. This is what
Mhm,
we're going to do. And they're just like, oh, yeah, this is fucking good. This is nice. This is
mhm.
good. But no, there's no team aspect of it. It's literally just like, hey, we're going to make all this stuff that I chose and I made. And that's cool, right? So it does seem like very much like they're all just kind of along for the ride up to that point, him
Yeah.
included. So who knows? Maybe even if he would have made the menu that he wanted to make, maybe it would have gone exactly the same way because his heart wasn't in the restaurant to the point that it needed to be like a 5-star chef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he would I don't think he would have gotten obliterated like that.
As
And
bad, yeah.
that was a really rough review.
I've seen a lot of reviews like that. The critics, they don't give a fuck, dude. They tear the heart out of you.
That was mean.
No compunction whatsoever. They'll say whatever the fuck they're thinking. You should be a critic. You'd be good at it. You're fucking mean, dude. Say mean stuff. Hurts my feelings daily.
I'd be good at lots of stuff, but I don't want to be a critic.
Why?
This is almost too close to it for me.
Oh, doing the show?
Yeah, yeah.
It's good to be a critic as long as you're being objective, I think.
Okay.
It's out there, you know, like I do think it's one of those things that like it falls into that those who can't do teach category, you know, like who are
Well,
you to sit back and pass judgment on this thing that you can't do at all? But it's entertaining on some level because how there's 2 million podcasts on Spotify, right? So
2,000,001 now.
obviously somebody's out there listening to this drivel.
Not to us, buddy.
Yeah, there's at least 3 people listening to us. Me, you, and my mom.
That's why there's a dislike on the videos.
Oh shit! I thought that was you. Oh mom, how could you?
You mentioned his son earlier.
Yeah.
I just want to give credit to this kid who I have written in my notes as the child acting savior.
Oh yeah, because you hate child actors.
It can go so bad. It can
Yeah.
go so bad with child actors. The worst child actors can completely ruin a movie
Yeah.
just by their presence in it. And this kid is given a lot to do in a lot of scenes that he has to be in.
Yeah.
He's got to go through like a big gambit of emotions during that time. And I think he does it without being like, I'm acting in this movie,
Yeah.
which is what the sin is of most of the child actors that come out in movies. And I think he gives a very understated and just meat and potatoes, let's move this show along point guard performance.
How old is he supposed to be in this?
10.
I will say that he is incredibly believable in how a 10-year-old would probably act in the scenario that we're shown in this movie, and most of it is wanting very much to be there, wanting very much to be a part of it, not knowing what to do once he's there, and kind of being like trying to act very much like it's not a big deal when it very obviously is a really big deal. I can't tell you how many times I've seen little kids when you like give them something that you know is cool, you know they think it's cool, and they're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
okay," because they just don't know. They don't know. They don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want to, whatever. They just want to like experience it. They want to be there, but they don't know what to do with those emotions that they're feeling. And this kid, especially, who has like a strained relationship with his dad, very much wants to be there with his dad. Wants to know his dad. His dad is going about it very poorly. For the most part, he's not really involving his kid in his life. So obviously, the kid doesn't have a lot of exposure to this kind of environment going up to this point. He seems like he doesn't bring him to the restaurant. He doesn't let him do anything. The first thing he tells him when he says he wants to go to the market is, "I'm not going to buy you anything, right? Like don't ask me for everything that's there." That's a very parental conversation that you have to have with your kid. Like, I'll bring you to the market. Don't ask me to buy you stuff, and then you still end
Yeah.
up buying them whatever they're asking for anyway. This all
Wait,
that.
I don't have kids. You said Carl's not a good dad?
No, no. In the beginning,
They were like, they watched Iron Man. They went to an amusement park.
he.
Like,
These are like,
they
it's
do a lot of stuff.
yeah.
Is that not good?
That's no, it's not good. You don't. The problem here is that your kid wants to spend time with you. Taking your kid to an amusement park, taking your kid to the movies is not quality time. Quality, that's like, today is my day with you. We're going to do fun things. These are not like getting to know your kid. These are like, any kid would love to do this stuff. You should be loving this stuff too.
Uh-huh.
It's not, that's why the kid made such a big deal about him sitting there with him, talking about Twitter, showing it, like giving him the sandwich,
Yeah,
talking to him about the sandwich, because
I get
that's
it.
the stuff that the kid wants to do. He wants to know his dad.
But what about all the time before? Like, he doesn't know his dad. Like, they were, like, if my parents were to get divorced right now,
Uh huh.
I would hope every time I saw my dad that we would do fun stuff.
You know your dad though.
Yeah, I'm 35.
Right. But what I'm saying is, this is a 10-year-old who only has 5 years of cognition under his belt, period.
I'm talking about me.
Uh huh.
Like, I right now would really enjoy if my dad were to like take me to a movie and then an amusement park.
I know, buddy. You could ask him. You could take him. He'd probably love that.
Well, I'm pretty busy.
See, here you're the John Favreau, and your dad is the son.
Sorry, Daddy, my son.
You should call your dad right now and say that. Let's see what he says. But you see what I'm saying, right? Like,
I do. I'm fucking around.
the dad is very much like, he knows he knows he needs to spend time with his kid, but he doesn't know what that means or like how to do it. And then it turns out, luckily, it's literally just involving your son in the shit you're doing. Just have
Mhm.
him there with you while you do shit.
Yeah, I agree. He finds it,
He does.
but along the way, the kid does not make me annoyed with him one time in the whole movie, which is a massive feat in a movie for me.
No, he's
Like,
good.
if there's a kid actor.
Big kid actor W there.
Yeah.
Just chilling there and just saying your lines and getting through it. He's like Breslin in Signs, dude. He's just,
Yeah, except she also is like endearing. This kid is supposed to be a little bit annoying.
he's too old to be endearing, so you kind of have to go annoying, but I think he's appropriate.
Yeah, he's only as annoying as you would be annoyed at a 10-year-old in that situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, why are you so mean to me? When he's cleaning a truck, like, that's the correct amount of annoying. That's
Yes.
good.
Also, his dad being like, "Hey, you work for me now. Go clean this sludge out of this fucking tray." I would have thrown that shit away too. Guess what? Not doing that. Fuck that pan. That pan looked nasty.
I also wouldn't have reconciled to go buy stuff at the store. After that, speaking from experience, like when I was 10 and just made to do my normal things
Right.
you would expect me to have to do, like if one thing went wrong, like if you told me to do something I didn't expect to do, right? Like, all right, today you're gonna clean your room, right?
Yeah.
But one, I'm probably gonna give you a hard time about just that, right?
Right.
But also now it's and take the trash out. But you told me to just clean my room,
Yeah.
right? Like that was a big deal for me for some reason. Like the changing
Yeah.
expectations when I felt like I was done with it and now I have to do more things.
Yeah.
Or if it was a time that I expected to have some downtime.
Yeah.
Like through I didn't communicate with anybody, but I expected today at 1 o'clock I was gonna go outside and shoot around for a little bit. And
Right.
now you're telling me that I have to like clean out the back room or something, right? Like our
Pissed.
little play area. I was
Right.
mad. And now it's both of our problems all day.
Now I'm gonna make this whole process as bad as possible.
It's like I don't think I would have gone to get I wouldn't have got the chef's knife. Like I probably end up back with my
Your
famous
mom?
mom. Yeah.
Hey, I have that conversation with my daughter probably once a week. I'm like, because I know, because she's going through the exact same thing like you just described. She thought she was going to have a chill day where she got to do whatever she wants. And now her mom is like, before you can do what you want, in order to earn this, you got to do this other thing. And it's pretty chill. It's like a clean your room type scenario, right?
No, no.
That's how she feels. And I have to like talk to her and I have to be like, hey, you know that this is only going to go one of two ways, right? Either you go ahead and just clean your room and then do whatever you want after, or you say no, you throw a fit, everyone starts fighting about it, now the day is ruined, and then you clean your room and then you're grounded for the rest of the day. Which of those do you think is like a better choice? And she's like,
And on business.
yeah, she is. She's like, well, why wouldn't you tell me that I could just clean my room yesterday? I'm like, no, 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 no. We're not having that conversation. What we're having the conversation is, do you want to do option A or option B? And she's like, let's discuss both first. I'm like, no, just choose A, please. And she's like, Mom. And
Like
now it's a
navigate
fight.
that stuff. And that's why we started this parenting podcast.
Parenting podcast featuring John Favreau's masterpiece chef. Yeah, he's. I think the kid definitely works. You said that you felt like the cameos all worked good.
The cameos are like the best part of this movie.
Best part, all across the board.
Like if we're just talking like objective traditional movie stuff,
Yeah,
there's nothing better in this movie than Dustin Hoffman and Robert Downey Jr. The second each of them come in this movie, they just like torch the whole set. They just come in with the
yeah.
flamethrower and burn it to the ground. Both of them.
I didn't like Robert Downey Jr.'s character so much that it makes me feel like I didn't like that he was in the movie. But that's a testament to how excellent he is in that role. He's so insufferable, dude. You
I
just
don't
want to punch
know.
him in the fucking mouth, dude.
I don't know what happened.
he's just he's just the worst, man. He's just shut the fuck up, dude.
Let's
Like
let's make some decisions
Eddie's
together.
he's good. Robert Downey Jr. is. Did you ever watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang
No,
with him and Val Kilmer?
no, I've heard good things
It's it's
from you.
similar. His character is similar in that
Yeah,
he's like just never shuts the fuck up and just always saying, whatever the most annoying thing he could say. It's less because this is post Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. So he's kind of found his footing a little bit, I think.
yeah,
But man, he is a lot. He is who Ryan Reynolds is trying to be
yeah.
like in those roles. I think that's who Robert Downey Jr. actually is. Um, and it's good. It's really good. Sofia Vergara also, she's like incredibly talented, but she has very little to do in this movie. She's given very little to do, but she does a good job of just kind of not trying to claw out more, I guess, for herself, and she's just doing a good job of being there and kind of doing good while she's there. And you know, she's Colombian though in real life, right?
That's what she plays in Modern Family. I don't actually
Oh, okay. I thought I
know.
saw that on like talk show stuff, but
I'll talk about her later. She's fine. Um, I'll talk about her more when what doesn't work comes up. But
I
But
think
I thought,
I think her your thing about the kid actor is my opinion about her. She's just there.
okay,
She's moving the plot along. She's saying the lines she's supposed to say. She's not disrupting anything or pulling focus from the rest of the movie. I think and maybe this is a really controversial way to say this or like thought to have or kind of a hot take.
uh-huh.
I think that's kind of the best you hope for in your ex-wife.
Jesus Christ.
Because she could make it way harder, man.
What,
She
out
could
the
make it
way?
way harder. There's some potential there for some real fucking horror story, and I think they don't do that. They make her very understanding, very supportive, very cool about the whole scenario.
Okay. I'm gonna talk more about it.
Well, since I mean, do you have anything more for what works, or do you want to dive into what doesn't work?
No, man. Before we move on, at the very minimum, I need to talk about how good the music in this movie is. It's one of my absolute favorite movie soundtracks. And I think it's such a good hang. Just the soundtrack, right? If we're not watching the movie and you're just hearing like a really chill piano instrumental version of Cream by the Wu-Tang Clan, like that's a good time, right?
Yeah.
The puppet scene with Tired of Being Alone by Al Green, like
Oh yeah.
it just has these like quick hits of stuff, like a mix of really familiar and good hang songs, and then just tweaked a little bit differently. Like I think it's so good at the different vibes of each city. Like it feels propulsive because the movie's like driving you with the truck to
Yeah.
this next spot and this next spot and this next spot, right? Like brass band sexual healing. You know what I mean? Like you're on your
Yeah.
way to New Orleans at that point, right? Like give
Yeah.
me some cornstarch in that scene. Like let's go. Right. I think it's good. I think it's one of my favorite parts of the whole movie and of most movies. I think I can only think of maybe like one or two that kind of rival it in as far as the soundtrack goes.
Never once occurred to me any of it. I mean, I was like, "Oh, this is sexual healing," like, or I was like, "Oh, this is Al Green," but I don't know. I guess that shit goes over my head, dude. I'm the fucking philistine when it comes to like the music making the movie setting the tone type stuff. I think it just goes over my head a little bit, but I think what it probably is more than anything is I have a really, really, really difficult time picking out aspects of things. I kind of just tend to take shit in as a whole, and I'm good about immersing myself in the moment of what I'm watching or what I'm experiencing, but I am kind of bad about independent observations about like different details, and so I probably was just like, oh hell yeah, they're in New Orleans, completely missing the fact that the reason I feel like they're in New Orleans is because they're setting the scene with these other aspects. I'm not smart enough. Sorry.
The other part of this movie that's like pretty drastically affected my life is that
Oh.
when I watched this movie, I wanted to go to all of the places.
Oh, that they talked about in the yeah.
And then I did go to all of those places. Like it informed my travel destinations for the next like 10 years probably.
Yeah.
They were like, "Where do you want to go for your bachelor party?" And I was like, "New Orleans." And I really just wanted donuts
Yeah.
because
Beignets.
because of this movie. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't anything else. And then like a few years later, a couple of my friends were like, "We should go on a trip. Where do you want to go?" I was like, "Miami. We should visit South
Miami.
Beach." Yeah, we should go to you know what would be cool is if we went to Little Havana. And it's solely, strictly because I wanted to go and try the food from this movie and
Right.
be in the places that they spend time in this movie. I don't know if anybody understands how much I actually like this movie and how badly I would just wanted to be it.
In it, yeah,
I wanted to be
be the
this
movie.
movie. Yeah.
That's
And
how I feel about
that's the other
Limitless.
part. Doing drugs and just
Yeah.
like cleaning your apartment.
But being the best version of myself because of a miracle drug. I thought that was Adderall, but I guess I'm still me, so I guess not. Austin?
I've been to Austin.
Did you go there to eat 24-hour smoked brisket and blah 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 midnight
It felt
whatever?
like I said, barbecue doesn't move me like that. Like I've seen it, like I get it. I know. I live
You
here.
don't get it clearly. You've seen it, but you don't get it. But that's okay.
So I didn't feel the need to go to Austin. I'm in Austin pretty regularly. I don't ever feel the need to go do that. I guess I could.
I get when I went to ACL for the whole weekend, and I was really heavy into the music scene in Austin and the Austin scene, and like,
Sure.
but I'm more weird than you, so I think that's kind of.
You get to be artsy
uh,
now because I said I don't like barbecue.
I don't even like barbecue that much, honestly. I like
You
brisket.
just
I love
you
brisket.
like it.
Don't.
You like it now that I don't.
Yeah, I found something you don't like, so now I love it. Fucking
That's
love it.
funny.
I do like brisket very much. I do find it extremely annoying to cook. I also give people shit for cooking it like in Traeger pellet grills versus like managing the wood yourself. Because I don't know. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? The pellet grills that like they have these
Why would I
smokers.
know that? No, I don't know what
It's
you're talking
it's
about.
a cultural thing. It was a big deal when it came out. Anyway, they have these smokers that like drip feed wood pellets into the smoker, and it's all controlled by an app. And you put your brisket in there. You set the parameters in the app. You fill up the hopper with the wood pellets, and it smokes it for you. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to really monitor it. You just watch the temperatures on your phone, and you click whatever you want to click, right? And
Oh
then
yeah.
there's my dumbass that has a traditional offset smoker that's putting wood in there by hand and kind of adjusting it and keeping the fire perfect. So I'm keeping the temperature perfect for fucking 17 hours. And I found it very offensive, the idea that people were smoking briskets using an app, not paying attention, which I'm usually the opposite of that. I'm not really a Luddite when it comes to technology stuff. I generally like technological advances, but I do think that cooking, especially like barbecue smoking, is one of those things that like the act of doing it is half of the act of, you know what I mean? Like it's all kind of wrapped together. It's the
Yeah.
experience is smoking it. And if you cut the experience of actually physically doing it yourself, then you're robbing yourself of the, the real goal there.
Yeah. You couldn't pay me to care how people are smoking their brisket. I don't. That's never occurred to me. Not one
I got $100 if you have an opinion
time.
about it.
I can't do it.
And thus, Happy Hour Podcast, Happy Hour Movies got its first sponsor, and it was me giving Matt $100 to care about what I'm saying.
I'm, I'm winning. To care about what I'm saying is funny. That's good. You know what I do genuinely care about in like an unironic, very earnest
Thanks,
way?
man. I appreciate that. I care about you too.
No, I said, do you know?
Oh shit, my
So,
bad. Go
so no,
ahead. No.
you don't. His speech to his son
Which
when
one?
he wants to sell the burn thing, or he wants to give away the burn
Oh,
sandwich,
yeah,
and he pulls him aside and he gives him like the whole spiel about cooking, right?
yeah,
He's like, I love this shit. Like, I'm not good at a lot of things, right? Like,
right,
he points out all the things that he's not good at in his life. And he's like, I'm good at this. I love this. Like, I want to teach you how to do this thing, right?
yeah,
Like, not a lot of people have a passion they could speak like that about, right? Most people will live their entire lives and not find something that they like to do that much, right? And I think it's really cool to have a character that has found that and is trying to relay that to another person he cares about.
it's very cool.
It is a genuinely inspiring part of this movie.
I found it uh, really sad and depressing
Why?
because I don't know anything I care about that much that I could impart it to someone. I'm one of
Yeah.
those 90% of people that will never experience, probably. I haven't found my passion yet. I have no idea what it is, and
Well, it's this podcast, I think.
I've been rudderless my entire life. As a result, I largely blame my father. I a little bit blame you. Uh, I don't blame me at all, but yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's a beautiful moment, and it's perfect. It's perfectly executed by Jon Favreau.
Hmm.
And Jon Favreau is not, in my opinion, like he's not an A-list actor. I think he is an A-list director. I think he is I think he's a really good. I think he's got excellent vision, right? But I do
Okay.
think that he kind of struggles. I think he struggles to produce that himself when it comes to acting. I think he always
Yeah.
just because but I do think in that moment he did it perfectly, and I think it's because he believed it in that moment. You could see that that's what probably him making that movie, all that shit distills down to that conversation with his son, where that's that turning point where he's like, hey, I brought you into this thing that I
Hmm.
love. Do you want to love it with me or not? You
Yeah.
cannot love it. I'm not telling you you have to be who I
Yeah.
want you to be. But
Right.
if you want to be here with me,
Respect this fucking thing that I love. Right. Like it's being protective of your passion. Right. Even from
yeah,
the people closest to
even
you,
from your son.
even from this kid who you're trying to impart your wisdom into. Like if you don't respect it, like you get the fuck on. Right. I think that's so cool in to see in this movie. And it's cooler when you kind of think about probably what informed that performance and speech, right? Is that he
Right,
feels that way about movies. Like he feels that way about creating, right? And that's what
right.
this whole movie was, his allegory for his career to this point, right? So
His journey. Yeah.
and I think that comes through, and it's the heart of the whole movie. Like that's the core of it, right? Is like I found this thing I forgot about. Sorry, I wasn't locked into being your dad, right? But like, let's combine these things.
Yeah. I think it I don't know. I think there's something to be said there for combining the two things you love effectively. If you can bring something you want to care about into something you do care about, you can marry those two ideas together and it does uplift both of those things. As long as you're doing it for the right reasons and you're doing it well, then especially if it comes to sharing your passion with your kid, like I think
Yeah.
that is the one person you should bring into your bubble of uh, safety. You know what I mean? And if you can do that, it is going to strengthen your relationship with your kid, and it is going to strengthen their character as well.
Mhm.
Like it's good.
I think the lesson in this movie is you gotta be like everyone's the best version of themselves when they're taking care of themselves and letting themselves be passionate about the stuff they're passionate about, right?
Right.
You gotta be that person everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, and if that means bringing them into what you do, then that's what you got to do, right? But I think you're doing a disservice to the people around you if you're letting yourself fall into a rut,
Right.
right? So, big lesson of the movie, giant, big, massive, three times too large heart of this movie is that, right? And it's funny because I don't respond to that stuff. Like I
Yeah.
hate it in
It
most.
usually feels corny. Uh,
Yeah.
that moment.
And this might be corny too, right? Like, if there are people, if your mom's listening to this and she's like, "This movie's hella corny," like, what are you talking about? I totally understand that perspective. Like, I get there being someone out there that's like, there's nothing going on in this movie. Like, it's literally about him driving a truck. There's no, there's no struggle. There's no conflict. Like, if you want to view it that way, like, I get it. Like, there's a lens that can see that for sure, and I'm not denying that. It just is really, really, really effective for me personally to have it play out the way it does.
Boo. If you don't share our opinion, fuck you. Turn the podcast off and walk out of the room.
Keep telling people not to listen. We don't have that many listeners to begin
Good. I don't want them to listen. They
with.
shouldn't listen if they're not going to love it. They need to love it. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about before that in order to be vulnerable and corny kind of go hand in hand, right? That that authenticity that comes from trying to say something that's very important to you is always going to be vulnerable. And the thing, anything that's vulnerable, that's what that word comes from. Is it's exposed, and now if somebody's a fucking dickhead, they can attack it, and they can make you feel less than
Mhm,
for wanting to care about something, that you care about. So I do
mhm.
think that, like, when you say like corny, right? I do think that there is a tiny aspect of that, like, yeah, it is exposed sensitivity, right? Like, and it could be right for someone to be like, fuck that scene. That scene was fucking lame. But
Yeah.
I think that guy, anyone who attacks that vulnerability and the authenticity and the genuine heart that's in that scene is bad. They're bad, bad, bad.
Do you
No.
think?
Yeah, I think it's bad to do. I don't think that you should look at it through a lens of skepticism or cynical opinion, because it's not what it is. Take it for what it is. It's a person being honest with their son about what
There,
they care about.
there is something to feeling the feeling that you're being manipulated by a movie or a director. That you're being manipulated emotionally in this ham-fisted way that you don't appreciate. There's something to that. I don't think it means you're
It's not.
bad, right?
It's
For
not ham-fisted though. It's
no,
not.
this
It's
is
not a
not.
ham-fisted approach.
But I'm saying like there is that, right?
This is the equivalent of your wife telling you I love you and you being like, "What the fuck do you want from me? You trying to manipulate me into loving you? Is that why you're telling me you love me because you want me to say I love you? Fuck you. No, don't do, just like take what the person's saying and experience it. I get what you're saying. You're like, "Hey, don't make me feel things. I don't like that."
No, it's like
Only I think what you're saying is right.
the reason people don't like something like I Am Sam,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, but see, I am Sam is a ham-fisted approach.
You
That's what I'm
can
saying.
be cynical about I Am Sam because
Yeah.
they are cynical in their approach,
Yes. This
right?
is not that, is what I'm
And
saying.
both are aiming at your heart, right? But I think there is a crowd
Don't
of each of those
defend
for everything.
cynicism.
Just because I don't feel it toward this movie doesn't mean that somebody can. Is all I'm getting
No, because there's an objective reality that exists outside of our
at.
perception, dude. And in
Not
that
outside of
objective
mine.
reality, your reality is objective reality. Your
Hmm.
perception is reality. I think that's the point that I'm trying to make, is that nobody should look at least that moment in this movie and have a thought that, like, this is lame, because I think you're doing yourself a disservice by doing that, because it's not. I Am Sam is lame, right? Like, it is. It's a bad version of trying to do that, right? Disingenuous is what it is.
Hmm.
This is not disingenuous. You can see John Favreau's heart on his sleeve in the moment. You can see what he's talking about is movies. You can see what he's talking about is art and trying to share this thing he loves with this kid. You can see it. It's all there, and it's very honest. And it is, to me, I think what's upsetting about it, and the reason I'm pushing back so hard on this, is I think that people should appreciate vulnerability and they should appreciate honest sentiment when it's there. And if you cheapen it and you say, well, some people just don't appreciate that kind of thing, I think it's okay to say those people are wrong. You should fucking appreciate
That's
it
because
because
you're
it's
a raw
rare.
nerve and you're very much what we're talking about.
But just appreciate, if someone puts themselves out there and they're giving you an honest attempt at something, appreciate the honesty of the moment. Don't shit on it because it's the cool thing to do, or I'll find you.
I think we'll I'm laughing because this is basically us being like, my method of life is better.
Yeah. No, you should feel things and be happy. And you're like, no, you don't have to be happy or feel shit if you don't want to.
Let's not litigate our own personalities on this podcast.
Okay, let's put a pin in this and we'll say I'm right for the sake of resolving the situation.
I will never. But the last thing I want to say before we move on to what doesn't work is that there is a cameo that happens in Austin where it gives me double like, hey, that's this thing.
Oh,
One is in the background. They show home slice pizza
oh, okay.
of the background of the shot of them sitting both on the truck.
Yeah,
Right. Home slice pizza in Austin, very, very good pizza.
I wouldn't
So
know.
they're on like South Congress. Anyways, so very good. And the person playing while they're in the
Oh,
truck
I know this. Yes, I caught
is
that.
Gary Clark Jr. And it's not like, and
Yeah,
they never mention him by name. He's never like, "What's up, guys? I'm Gary Clark Jr. Can I have a Cuban sandwich?" Like he never
yeah.
does that, right?
It's beautiful.
But man, in 2014, you couldn't tell me Gary Clark Jr. wasn't going to be the biggest thing like in the
Yeah,
world at that point.
and not because he owed you anything.
That was for all the hardcore Gary Clark Jr. fans listening.
I
Um,
love Gary Clark Jr., bro.
Me
And
too.
I think you put me onto him.
Oh
Honestly, I
yeah,
think it.
I mean, I was the first person outside of him to hear his music, so that is probably true.
Oh, and it's you know what's great about it is it does that him being in that scene and them not acknowledging at all
Mhm,
like who he is or that you know whether or not he was paid to be there, whatever.
mhm.
Also was very Austin ish. You know, like Austin
At the time, yeah.
at that time especially was very much known for being like the music capital of Texas and barbecue is like a big deal whatever in Texas, but music is a bigger deal in Austin than anything else is, I would say. I would think an Austinite would probably tell you their breakfast tacos are they're fucking tripping, but I think music is the biggest thing about Austin, like from a it's an excellent point to include in the movie to really sell the
Hmm.
experience of being there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they do like roller skating beach people in Miami, and then they
Right.
do, brass in New Orleans, so that
New
made sense.
Orleans, yeah. And
To
beads,
have
hella beads. Little boy takes off a fucking. We're not going to talk about how that little boy got on them beads, but he got a bunch of them.
you pause it, you're like, how to get those. But I very quickly wanted to talk about Gary Clark Jr. and I thought you were going to roll your eyes at me, so that's nice.
No, it
I
was
I
great. When I
really
saw, I
like
was
him.
like, I know who that is. Hey, if you don't know who Gary Clark Jr. is, go listen to his music because it is excellent.
Yeah, pause this, end it. Don't come back. Just listen to Gary Clark Jr. It's way better use of your time.
Much better. That man is an artist.
All right, let's talk about what doesn't work in one of my favorite movies of all time.
I gotta be real honest with you. The only things that don't work because they're not supposed to work. Dustin Hoffman pisses me off. Robert Downey Jr. pisses me off. The only thing we should probably this is where we can dive into John Leguizamo though, and kind of him being the Deus ex machina of the movie and just like being a magical brown person that can get it all done. Physics be damned, you know? like
My cousin knows a guy makes me want to throw my remote across the room into my wall. I hate when he says that.
it's the cheapest line you can use in that setting in that context to like move along the plot, you know?
He basically like the whole time is just like, here to support you, man. You know what I mean? And there are people like that. I know people like that. I love people like that. But this was like a 15 out of 10 depiction of that. He basically like in their most dire moment of need floats down on his fedora like Mary Poppins and is like, I know Spanish. You
Yeah.
know, I hate it.
Pulls up in a taxi, yells at the dudes. Wait, I replayed that scene 3 times to try. I don't speak Spanish for shit, but I can usually, especially I think Cuban Spanish is a lot faster. And is John Leguizamo even Cuban? I think he's Puerto Rican. I
He's
thought.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah. So his Spanish is way faster than what I'm used to like hearing here in Texas. But dude, it did sound a little bit like he said, y'all wanna come over here and get off your asses and help us, or do you want me to call immigration?
He definitely says immigration.
Yeah. So like I get like yeah that's hilarious, and especially now that joke wouldn't fly at all anymore.
Yeah.
What's fucking Jeremy Renner comes to mind of saying shit like that, and now his whole fucking career is destroyed, rightfully
Yeah.
so. But like don't do that. Don't show up and like you're supposed to be the brown guy that fixes everything, and you're like saying don't say shit like that to the dudes that are just chilling there having lunch. I
Well,
don't
he's got
love
to
it.
impress his white boss.
I hate it, dude. Oh God.
So there's that. He's also working literally for free.
Hey, did you know my dad built a food truck? I told you that before, right?
I did not know that. The lore on your dad gets more and more extensive as the years go by.
My dad's wild, dude. It's because my dad is one of those people that never had a steady job, so he would just do jobs for people all the
Hmm.
time. But one of the things he did because he had a welder is he built a food truck for his best friend's son who wanted to have a sandwich truck. Who knows? Maybe because of this movie. I don't know.
We were all
No, this was
affected
like
by this movie.
this is like 2008, so probably not. But
Okay.
uh, yeah. So he like his was more like he bought a Mrs. Baird's bread truck, and then he added the shelves to the inside. He added the a generator to the back, a shelf for the generator, and it took like 6 months for him to build this truck out. Um, and I just remember thinking when watching this movie, this is a tremendous amount of work that they did in like a morning. They
Yeah.
probably it seems like they got
Child
there like at
labor.
10, they got there at 9 a.m. and they were done by like 11. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, it was not. Well, they made the sandwiches and stuff. I have some questions on how long it took to marinate that pork.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. I was that was one of the magical brown guys things that stood out most to me. He's like, I'll get this raw meat marinated. Like to to what extent do you have like you're the one guy who invented a piece of culinary appliance that can magically marinate meat in an hour or two,
He's like, you go get the stuff. This will all be ready.
and it
That's
is.
crazy.
He sprinkled his fucking fairy dust on it.
And then, yeah, I have issues with his like unwavering, undying support of this guy. Which I
Yeah, who
mean, you
mostly
find friends
sucks.
like that keep a mess.
I mean, it is. It's definitely something to be said for him being like a diehard.
Mhm.
He's a ride or die for his boy,
For
right?
sure.
Like he's definitely gonna show up. He quit his job, like he was gonna be sous chef, and he fucking quit his job to go work on
He
the
got a
food truck with
promotion
his
and then
homeboy
left for free.
for free, dude.
There's a way to read what he says as just I'm investing in this business, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And also it's like a scaled up version of when you're like at a restaurant with your friend and you're like, yeah, go pee real quick and we'll wait for you. And then when you come out, like the check's paid, right?
right.
There's small versions of this. And Martin saying like my cousin knows a guy could just be him putting John Favreau's defenses down so that he can pay for a paint job or a
Right,
sound system because he knows it'll benefit the business. Like there's a way to read it where he's not what we're painting him as. It's just you got to do a lot of filling in that blank yourself for it to work. It's not what
right.
the movie
They
showed you.
they do not do anything in the movie to like tell you that that's what's happening beyond like you literally having to put those pieces together for yourself to some extent.
Which I do because I love this movie.
Yeah.
So I'll do that for it.
I
That's fine.
hey, I 100% support that. I I'm the king of like shaping the narrative in the movie to make the movie more enjoyable for yourself. It's an excellent movie. John Leguizamo's great in it, as far as I'm concerned. I'm gonna just turn the other cheek. This
Yeah,
is me
this
turning off. This is me turning off Million Dollar Baby before the stool comes out. You know.
yeah, I get it. I get it. This is the last time I'll say anything disparaging about this movie ever outside of this podcast.
it's it's also very outshined by the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Like in terms of it doesn't work or whatever. Like the reality is it's a really good movie, and that is a very very narrow aspect of the movie that doesn't make the rest of the movie unenjoyable or worse to any extent. It's still good. It's just in that moment it does pull on you a little bit. It does work to kind of pull you out of enjoying the context of everything else, because if you're paying attention at all during that point, it does give you pause to be like, he's gonna get everything ready while they go to the store, like, and come back. He's gonna marinate. He's gonna marinate the pork. He's gonna get the rest of it cleaned. He's gonna get stuff installed. He's gonna turn everything in, plug it on. Everything's gonna work perfectly whenever he's putting it together. Like, it does seem odd, but it is only a moment of pause, right? Where you're just like, okay,
Yeah. But here's the
he's Mary
thing is that
Poppins.
yeah, he basically is. The problem is that I have other hangups.
Oh no, you have more beyond that?
So
Why are you shitting on this movie so much, dude?
why do you do this
Matt,
every time we
Matt
do it?
hates Chef, bro. He hates it.
The segment is called What Doesn't Work, and you give me shit for saying what doesn't work every time we do it.
I didn't even want to have this segment. You're the one that said if we're gonna have what works, we should have a what doesn't work. I said no. Just talk about how great the movies are and move on.
I don't understand the relationships in this movie at all.
Which ones?
John Favreau's relationships to Scarlett Johansson and to Sofia Vergara. Not the schlubby guy with the hot girl, like that's a trope as old as time, right? Like that's fine. I get that. Why isn't he just with Scarlett Johansson
It
in
seems like
this
she
movie?
doesn't want to be with him.
They definitely do.
He says something to imply like, "What's up? You wanna?" And she
Uh-huh.
is like, "We talked about this. We're not doing
She
that."
said we promised we wouldn't do this
Yeah,
in the softest way possible, and then does it.
yeah, but uh, that happens
Is it that
in
they
real
work
life.
together?
I think so. Yeah, and
So
I think
once he
also
leaves,
that's it, bro.
why don't they seem good together? They're
Maybe
from
she's
similar worlds.
in my mind. She's with Tony.
Tony,
Yeah,
there is no way in
not.
hell.
I'm not saying literally. Like I'm saying like in my mind. There's some reason that they're not supposed to be doing this, and she's skirting that reason because she just likes him.
She probably feels like it's the ex-wife.
What?
It's probably the will they, won't they of his ex-wife still being around.
Maybe, yeah, but there's something that's keeping her from committing and keeping him from committing to each other. I think that's also really common in a restaurant atmosphere.
They seem good together, and they seem like they get each other, and I don't understand why they're not
You
together.
just you just love Scarlett Johansson is what's
This
happening.
was like pretty close to prime Scarlett Johansson, so there's probably some truth to that. But if I'm just talking because it's not like it's like on the other side is I don't want to diss anybody super bad like this, but so I just won't. But
Whoa.
but it's but it's Sofia Vergara on the other side, so it's not like I'm saying strictly
Yeah,
based on looks. It's not close. What I'm saying is they seem to get each other. Like I don't understand
but
why they wouldn't.
But Sofia Vergara also seems like she gets him, and they seem good together too.
But they were divorced.
Yeah, but that you know what I'm saying? That's circumstantial. That shit can change.
That's okay. So that's the other thing I don't get. What changed to make her be like, we'll get married again at the end of this movie?
He is out of his rut. It's like it's everything you talked about. It's better for you to be the best version of yourself
She
for
wasn't
everyone
around
you
for any of
interact
that.
with. Hey, but her son was there, and that was probably her biggest sticking point in getting back together with him, is that he was had a strained relationship with their son. How's he going to carry a relationship with our son and me when he can't even maintain this one relationship, when she's very clearly giving him the run of that situation? She
Uh-huh.
never says no to him. She never like pushes back when he wants to do stuff, and he's
Right.
not doing shit with it. So
But
obviously he's not invested.
that's because she's a bad character. That's not
Okay.
anything
Don't
else other than
don't
that.
do that. You're hand waving the argument.
She's
That's
not
not a good. You're
she's
not
not
arguing in good faith now. Don't do that.
she has
What I'm
nothing to do the
saying,
whole time. She's just like
she's an underdeveloped character. I will say that. But what I'm saying
massively.
is, yeah, what I'm saying is, if you're filling in the blanks, right, that the movie's not telling you, she doesn't want to be with a guy who's a husk of his former self. She doesn't want to be with what's left over. She wants to be with the guy she married, who's probably the top of his game, best chef in LA. You know what I mean? Like,
And now he's back to that and she's back in.
yeah, she's back in
So
because he
she
cares
can't
again.
stay by him when he's at his lowest.
Hey,
She
you know what? I feel very strongly that loyalty is the most important thing, right? But you are more like a I only love winners type person. So I feel like we should be on opposite ends of this argument.
You're confusing it. I often say I love myself. I'm a winner. And you feel like that translates to others. But we're friends.
oh, oh wait. Chat, play that back. Was that at my expense?
I
I think you could probably take it as maybe she's like a gold digger of
front runner.
talent
She's
and
not a
fame,
yeah, but she's rich, so she's not
right?
that. Which is another thing. He says he has a line like, "With all the divorce money,"
Yeah,
like he tells his son, like, "You're flying back with mommy first class with all the divorce money," right?
right,
There's no way if she's like a successful actress
right.
that she got anything from his chef ass in a divorce. Because the whole time she's like giving him charity the entire time, offering him money.
This is Hollywood producers being very pro biological dad, shit on like ex-wives and stepdads. Like there's a long history in Hollywood of
Mhm.
stepdads are scumbags. They're trying to steal your kids from you. Ex-wives are shrews. They're trying to take all your money. This is, I think, a little bit of that sprinkled in there because he's doing it for the culture, the Hollywood culture. It's got to be because there ain't no way what he's saying is factually accurate. He's broke as fuck. She didn't get shit from him, and she's probably paying him alimony. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I would think. Um, this is something that fits the character, but I still don't like it. When he drops off his son, he doesn't ever wait for him to get to the door
Yeah,
or take him to the door.
yeah,
There's a scene where he drops him off, he gets out of the car, he stands on the curb, and then John Favreau drives off, and the son's like waving at him from the curb.
right.
And I'm like, this dude's not even close to being in the house, and you're like, good luck, dude. See ya.
Never. Yeah.
When they get back from this trip, same thing. Like he lets him off, he gives him a hug at the curb, and
At
then
least mom's outside this time.
he runs to his mom. I hated it. I hate that part. You're
Yeah.
supposed to wait for people to go inside.
No. Yeah. Nobody. If I was dropping off someone I didn't know that was like
Mhm.
a hitchhiker, I would wait for them to like get inside before I pulled off.
Yep.
So this is what maybe that's an informed choice. Maybe he did that to show he's a shitty dad.
Still
At
proving
the
my
end of the
point.
day, at the end of the day, he's still just the same guy. I hated. You know what didn't work for me, and I don't know. Maybe it is like a you're meant to hate it type situation. It felt fake to me when he's having the conversation with him in Austin on the roof about, hey, just so you know, this isn't reality. I don't want you to get too caught up in how fun this has all been, because this ain't going to be how it's like when we get home.
Yeah.
In my mind, and maybe part of this could be just maybe me projecting myself a little bit into that role and how I would act, that would be not only the furthest thing from my mind in that moment, enjoying that moment with my son, but that would also be the last thing I would ever want to have to say to somebody. I would maybe say that if it were true after I dropped my kid off on the last day, because now I'm not gonna have to talk to my kid after that. But like having the thought, you're enjoying this beautiful moment with your son, and having the thought that like, hey, don't get used to this, is like
Yeah.
crazy work to me. And it feels very, I don't know, I guess there's a part of me that feels very much that like, how can someone be a world class chef, master class chef, and be such a heartless piece of shit at the same time?
That's all chef content. That literally every piece of
but
media tells you that
but
that's
this
what chefs
movie
are.
but this movie isn't that. This movie's happier than that. So why'd they do that, bro? Don't do
For me,
that.
it's very base level. I don't like a buzzkill. And for you to pick this moment to say that is annoying as hell. Like, we're all having a good time. I don't know
Why
why
would you
you would bring that
choose,
up.
bro? Gary Clark Jr.'s on the stage, and you want to hit me with this, bro?
Yeah, I picked on that. I picked up on that too, that I think that's a terrible time to bring that up. I didn't get it.
Was the 1 second clip a thing on Twitter in 2014? You're Mr. Social Media.
Mr. Twitter. Nah,
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
I also did not find that moment as moving as I
Well, I
should
was
have.
there. I was there the whole time.
Yeah.
I was on the trip with you.
I tried to think of it, like I tried to like see it in that pivotal moment that it was supposed to be, and I'll be real honest, it just kind of fell a little flat. I think you're right. I think it's because we already watched it all happen, so it wasn't anything that impactful, but it very clearly is meant to be very impactful to him in
He
that
should have
moment. But
he should have sent him like a recipe idea or like a menu idea.
yeah, yeah. Those, because also those one clip videos only ever work when showing like a 30-year timeline. Like some they don't work on this. They don't work to the same effect in like a summertime timeline on the trip that
But
we just watched happen the entire time.
to a 10-year-old, like a summer is 30 years. That's a
That's
long
true.
time. That's a
That's
long time.
incredibly true. Yeah.
But yeah, that wouldn't have swayed me to bring my son to work every day. He could still stay at home. This is for cheap state. Buried in the backyard. We'll
You would
dig
have
it
just
up
retweeted
20
it,
years from now.
and that's it.
Yeah.
uh,
Yep. Come visit my food truck. We're now kid free on Wednesdays.
oh man. Uh, what did you? How did you feel about his final interaction with Oliver Platt? Is that his name? The critic.
Oh, that's something I had here. There's two scenarios where I feel like he's kind of a hothead, right? Like Carl
Yeah.
is we're meant to know that he kind of wears his emotions on his sleeve, right? He gets hurt,
Right.
he gets passionate, he gets happy, he gets angry, whatever it is, he's going to act out on it, right? So the two moments I do not for the life of me understand from his perspective or from mine as like my own personality
Okay.
is his sous chef not coming with him when he storms out of the restaurant.
Yeah.
That Tony's dead to me if that
Yeah.
happens. I don't ever talk to Tony again. And the people who
Yeah.
still fuck with Tony that talk to me don't fuck with me anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like you're also dead to me. The rot has spread through you through him. And
It's an intimate betrayal.
I don't want you to be part of my life anymore. Like I don't think you get how burned that bridge would be
Right.
if it were me. And this like hothead guy who cares this much, like I don't understand him being like, "That's cool. What were you supposed to do? Best of luck to you."
Yeah.
No, there's no way. I release rats in that kitchen. There's no shot that I just we're all
Zero.
good
It's a
over here. You've betrayed me, you fucking Judas. I can't do it.
non-starter, dude. Non-fucking
Yeah,
starter. There's no fucking way. Yeah, I had that same thought. Like they're just cool now.
yeah.
He
So,
took his fucking job.
and on that same note, the critic who basically set my life on fire, right? Like
Oh.
you caused all this, and it worked out,
Yeah.
but because of me and in spite of you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't credit you for none of this shit. I just handled it well.
Do you think that he was like that John Favreau was like game recognized game type shit?
No,
Just
no, I
no.
don't. I think he's, if it were only one of these and not both, I would entertain it. But I think he's
Oh.
actually just kind of a pussy. Like I don't, I don't think there's anything beyond that really.
Yeah. All right.
Because
Yeah.
what reason should there be to forgive this guy? Not just to forgive this guy, but to go into business as a partner with this guy. There's not other people who will invest in it. You didn't just learn that the key to your happiness is to keep it small and passionate.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you gotta build it out into a restaurant, and it's gotta be with this guy who you have no relationship other than hate.
I think there's an argument there to be made that just like you said for Dustin Hoffman, the critic wasn't wrong, right?
Yeah.
He was doing what he was there to do. He didn't pull punches. He didn't like and
Well,
he also has a line where he's like, "What the fuck are you coming for me on Twitter for? Like this is," he said, "I buy ink by the barrel, bro. Like why are you trying to trade
it
words with
was
me? I don't come into your kitchen and cook shit, you know, like
that's cool, except that the review was not just about the food.
that's what critics do though."
Nah, nah, nah. But okay, if you insult my work already, I would have never gone into business with him already. You take it further and basically put out like a fat joke and call me needy and all this other stuff. There's no shot it's not like a fight when I see
It's on site at that point.
it. There's not, that's
but he,
crazy to me.
but he was right.
It doesn't matter
Also, he Carl agreed with him
about the food.
about all of it. He just, like at no point, like he was like, "Hey, like he was like he pointed out like the finer points that a critic does not understand and is not a chef, and this is
Yeah.
why this is the shit you don't know what you're talking about, right?" But at the end of the day, he didn't call him wrong about anything. He was just mad that he said it. But
But that
like,
also wouldn't be effective for me. I don't care if everything you said was right.
don't say it.
Don't say it to me. Don't insult
this
me.
is you. This is you. Be like, watch how you talk to me.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. You talk to me nice.
Oh my god, bro! I've surrounded myself with people like this. I'm walking through eggshells through my life because I've surrounded myself with people who are like, watch how you talk to me.
I'm just not going into business with him.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's very, to me, in my opinion, it's a very tacked on moment. It's like
Well, you gotta end the movie.
it's supposed to triumph. It's supposed to triumph. It's supposed to give him the final win. Like, and even the critic who hated his food loves him so much that he wants to go into business with him. You know
And
what I
now
mean?
he's
Like,
married again.
and he
He's got it all.
got his wife back. Yeah, it did feel a little bit. I think in those moments, because the rest of the movie feels so good, it does feel a little bit out of place, and that's probably also like feeding into this idea that like, why would you ever do that?
I also don't think that marriage lasts.
Yeah,
that remarriage.
yeah. I think it's a passion thing. He's passionate again about this. How long before he falls back into a rut?
And how many times have we had like an awesome summer and then come back and just done the same shit that you've been
Yeah,
doing this whole time?
yeah. But
You know what I
let's
mean? Like,
not. We won't think about any of that because movie gets dark quick, bro.
but I ignore all of it every time
Yeah,
that I watch it. And
because the
I'm
rest of
like,
it's so good. Like, why?
this makes me feel great.
Yeah, why worry about any of it? You know?
Yeah, I love this movie. The last thing I kind of want to like litigate though is the main dish of this movie is the Cuban sandwich.
Yeah,
Is it are Cuban sandwiches good?
yeah,
Could
absolutely.
they are they like Renaissance worthy? You know, like
Uh, I if I had seen this movie,
uh-huh.
I would have thought I would have never thought about a Cuban sandwich. I think in my entire life. I only tried a Cuban sandwich for the first time I tried it because I had seen Chef and I went to Ocho, the hotel that had the little restaurant, and they had it on the
Yeah.
menu, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is like Chef. I'm gonna eat this," and it was good. It was really good. It wasn't like changed my life good, like how his
Mhm.
probably are. But I also think that you pick any artisan sandwich and you put it into that roll, and you probably, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how integral the Cuban sandwich is specifically to like his personality or blah 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 or whatever, like how it's all tied in. I
Yeah.
also don't know how integral it is to like chef culture, if that's like
Yeah.
preparing the pork maybe is like a really difficult thing to do or something like that. But I tell you what, I had a mediocre one this weekend. Uh, that was overcooked. The pork was overcooked to the point that like the thinner pieces of it were literally. Have you ever had lechon?
Yeah.
The Filipino. It was like that. Like certain
Damn.
portions of it were literally crunching in my mouth. It was so like dry.
Oh no.
Um, and the bread was burnt on both sides, which I was like, "Hey, y'all need to watch Chef, bro, because I wouldn't send this shit out myself." And it pissed me off so much that I made myself a Cuban sandwich out of
Well,
my
that
own home ingredients. It was excellent. It was way better. I didn't have the right bread, so I had to use just my bread that I had here at the house, Mrs. Butterworth, honey wheat, But I had ham, had
ew.
Swiss,
Honey
had
wee.
Swiss, had mustard, had pickles. I have my George Foreman press grill that
They
has
specifically
a.
say not to do that. Like, go
I
crazy.
know it's a. The one I have is a. It's not George Foreman. I was just kidding. It's a KitchenAid griddler. So it has these plates that you can remove and you can flip them over so that it's like a plancha on one side, and then on the other side it has the grill marks if you want to put grill marks on it. So
That's fancy.
I just did it. I did it on the plancha side. I pressed it down. I toasted it to those golden brown. Made just careful not to burn it. Buttered the shit out of the bread on the sides where I was toasting it at, and it was fucking good. It was really good. And I was like, I should start a sandwich truck. And Vanessa was like, "Get the fuck out of the room."
See, that's how an actual character would respond. I also had a Cuban sandwich in preparation for this. I also had several other sandwiches, and I want to give you I'm glad you said that about if you subbed in a sandwich.
Yeah.
Um, because I want to give you what I feel are the top five sandwiches.
Okay.
Um, quick caveat here, the warm sandwich, the hot sandwich genre is among my favorite types of food.
Oh yeah.
Um, I would also separately like to say that one of my least enticing types of food are any Asian cuisine.
Okay.
There's no cheese on that, so I don't. There's a ceiling to me to how good it can be if there's no cheese on your
Okay.
dishes.
Yeah.
Um, so top five. I have Cuban sandwiches at the bottom. I
Okay.
think they're top five. My issue with Cuban sandwiches, or the good thing about them, is that they can be like tangy, melty masterpieces, right?
Right.
If you get the right one, the cheese is nice, the bread is nice and like crispy but not burned.
Crispy. Yeah.
The problem is there's two types of meat on it, and sometimes that can overpower the sandwich,
Yeah.
which is what you were describing earlier.
Right.
So if you don't got thick enough pickles, or if the mustard ratio is off, you're really grinding through that sandwich.
Right.
The bad ones go real bad.
Yeah. And it's a big sandwich, so you got a lot to eat before you're like.
Right, right. So I like them. I enjoy them. It wouldn't have been my pick if I was Carl Casper.
Yeah, a lot of room for failure there. It does
Yeah,
feel like.
right. Which is maybe what draws him to that, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Right above that at number four, PB&J, classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Especially if the bread is toasted, also fits in that like hot sandwich genre.
Butter
But
hits so hard on
I think
toasted
it's just
bread, bro.
slightly better. Yeah.
Peanut butter on toasted bread is elite. It's so gooey and delicious.
When I was 18, I also made PB&J, but with Eggos as the bread.
Oh, okay.
I highly recommend it. It was very good.
I believe it. Yeah,
But
that sounds
buttermilk,
delicious.
buttermilk Eggos pro tip for anybody listening.
Have Have you ever had the chicken and waffles sliders
From where?
from anywhere?
Yeah.
I enjoy that sandwich in a similar vein to like PB and J. There was a food truck that they used to bring to my old job all the time, where they would serve a PB and J hamburger. They called it the Goobster, and it was a bacon. It was a bacon and cheeseburger. It was a bacon cheeseburger with peanut butter and jelly on the bread,
Was
and
I
it
at that job?
was yeah, yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
I
ever had
remember
the
that
sandwich.
sandwich.
Do you remember?
No, I didn't because don't do that with a burger, but I do remember that burger being like on the menu.
Uh, Wait, what?
Yeah, I remember
Are you,
you like trying to talk me into it, and I was like, I'm out. I
you're
don't like
out.
this. Yeah.
It was good, but I think it was only good because it's a slider, and I
Uh-huh.
don't think you do a good job of that with a whole burger. You know, like that's a lot of peanut butter to mix with like red meat and shit. It's just a lot
Uh-huh.
could go wrong there. But a slider, I think, is like the right amount of PB and J. But I do agree that a toasted PB and J is an elite sandwich, and if you got your shit together, you can make it at home very effectively.
I can't, but you know, enjoy. And here are like, if I'm gonna try and resurrect my life and career around a sandwich, here are
Okay.
the three I would pick. Okay.
Okay.
I probably would have some combination of all of these.
Okay.
A Philly cheesesteak. That's a top tier sandwich, and that screams to me elevated sandwich
Okay.
is Philly cheesesteak. Next would be a meatball sub.
Yeah. There a lot of nuance there too.
I love a meatball sub.
It can be excellent, best sandwich you ever had. It can be the worst piece of shit you've
I've
ever
never
eaten.
had a bad meatball sub. I'm gonna push
I've
back
had
on you
I've had some fucking awful. You ever had the meatball sub at Domino's? Because I
there. No,
have,
what
and
the
it's a
fuck
piece
would
of
I get a
shit.
meatball sub at Domino's? That's on you.
You just said you could get one anywhere. You just said that. And I very often have to eat things that I don't necessarily want to eat. I go to Little Caesars. You know me, I'm gonna go to Little Caesars if I have a choice. I don't
Sure.
always have a choice, so I got to pick from the menu that's available to me.
Get
And
pizza
I'm
at
a
Domino's.
bro. Pizza's fine, but I want to try shit. I want to see if there's a hidden gem
No,
somewhere.
no, get a thin crust pepperoni mushroom with jalapenos
No,
from
no,
Domino's.
no,
Change
thank
your
you.
life.
I'm good. You know what sucks at Domino's? Fucking meatball sub. You know what is good at Domino's because you can't fuck it up? Chicken bacon ranch sub.
There's no way that's good.
It's delicious. But yes, Vanessa agrees with you. She thinks it's nasty.
And then lastly, a grilled cheese.
Elite.
Grilled cheese is the best sandwich,
Best sandwich hands down.
especially if you put some form of meat in there with it.
Hell yeah, dude. Me and my dad had a terrible relationship, but he would make these grilled cheese sandwiches, and he would put whatever lunch meat, he would fry whatever lunch meat he had, and he would put that fried bologna, fried turkey, fried ham, whatever. And I'm not a big like bologna guy at all, but
Yeah,
he would fry when he would fry the bologna, he would like cut the sides of it so that it would fry flat and not curl up.
yeah,
Oh, that shit was so good. He would always buy these things at Sam's Club. You know, Sam's Club, the fucking Walmart big box
yeah.
store. They sell these Canadian bacon slices
Okay.
uh, that are like circles, and they're kind of small for like lunch meat. But he would always buy those packs of them, and he would fry those, and it was whew, those grilled cheese sandwiches were good. And he would do multi meat. He would do multi cheeses. He would do like
Hell yeah.
Swiss and something, Swiss and cheddar, sharp cheddar, and mild both like in there.
Yeah.
He loved. My dad loved grilled cheese sandwiches, so he would always like put a lot of effort into them. And I love them too because what's not to love, baby? That's a good sandwich.
I had also this week, I had a barbacoa grilled cheese
Oh,
from Barrio Barista over there on Culebra and
shout out.
put some, put some salsa on it, dip it in tomato soup. Like,
Oh, hey, grilled cheese and tomato soup is excellent. So so
so I
good.
think there were other choices
Yeah.
that were better. And those to me are like the peak of what a sandwich could be. I think he'd have saved his marriage if he just focused on that to begin with.
He did.
He would make some grilled cheese for his son, but I think he should have made some for like his wife.
Oh yeah. You're saying he never would have got divorced in the first place.
Correct. Because you know who everybody needs around is the grilled cheese guy.
Everybody needs that guy around. When they're doing the little shots, the him learning how to cook shots at the
Yep.
end of the movie in the credits, he's showing him how to make that grilled cheese that he makes that's like perfect.
That grilled cheese is the best grilled cheese I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah. I mean it's all lighting and angles, but yeah, it looked amazing. What do you think? Okay, so here's what do you think? Because this is something that I think everybody, not every, I always have a different opinion from the people that I'm talking to about it. But do you think the best grilled cheese are the ones where the bread's toasted on both sides, or do you like it when the bread is untoasted in the middle?
No, it needs to be toasted on both sides.
You remember when we used to eat at the cafeteria and they'd make us those grilled cheese and they would only toast the outsides and the sides of the bread to melt the cheese?
Yeah.
I mean, those are still fine. Like they were good grilled cheese
That's what I'm
sandwiches,
saying.
but
That's why it's the best sandwich because like even that one, you were pretty happy to have that one.
yeah, I was gonna talk shit, but I was like, let me not talk shit because it was still good to eat. But I always wish that they would toast both sides.
The punishment at my school for being poor or like for not having lunch money was that
Yeah.
you would have to eat either a grilled cheese or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I was always like,
Oh hell yeah!
sounds good to me.
One of each, please. I think you're right. If I was making a top five, I probably would have kept actually everything the same with the exception of the Philly cheesesteak, and only because I I've never had a good Philly cheesesteak, and I know that that's true because I only have ever had like maybe two my whole life, and they definitely weren't from places that were like reputable places that sell Philly cheesesteaks. So I know I've
Oh,
never had a
good
good one because
Lord.
I've never been exposed to a place that sells a good one, right?
I'm about
I
to
didn't.
change your life.
Okay, well, anyway, so I probably wouldn't put that on there just because I lack the experience of that sandwich. I would say to me, one of the best sandwiches I've ever had, hands down, back in the day when the draft house, the OG draft house was there, they had a fried egg BLT that was one of the best sandwiches that I would ever eat. And it was essentially a grilled cheese sandwich with lettuce, bacon, tomato, and a fried egg up in there because that was nice and toasted. The cheese was nice and melty in there. It was just, ugh.
I've
And I think
never been a BLT fan.
it's not a BLT, it's a fried egg BLT, bro. That's the kicker there. And I don't know, like I think it's also tied very heavily to whenever I used to be off on Wednesdays, I would go to the draft house by myself on Wednesdays and have lunch
Five
and watch a
dollars
movie,
movies or whatever.
have a beer. And it
Yeah.
was just man, those were some of the like best experiences Rogue One. I saw Rogue One in theaters probably like 3 times. And the second and the third time that I saw it was at the Draft House by myself on a Wednesday eating a fried egg BLT.
Kind of sandwiches.
Delicious.
That's why food is so important, and that's why you can be an asshole, and it doesn't matter if you cook well.
Yeah. Good times. Good times. All right. Well, happy hour is over. The rest of the week is full price, but don't worry. Happy hour will be back again next week. See you then.